Hey guys, it's Nick here. Before I start this video blog, I'm going to do something pretty random. I've never done this before, but got a fortune cookie. I'm going to see what it says. Let's see. I'll eat it later. This week you are the captain of your destiny. Feel empowered. Well, I know the shit is a bunch of lies, so whatever. Waste of paper too. Not that schools waste paper, but still. Anyways, this video blog is going to be kind of different from my other ones. I'm actually going to talk about something that you probably wouldn't expect me to talk about. I don't know, but this subject is about video games being good for you. Now, some parents either don't want or they don't let their kids, or maybe both, play video games because they think it's bad for them, it damages the brain, and blah 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 this, and blah 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 that, you know. So, what you might think, or you might ask me what my take on it is. I think it's good. I think video games are good for you. Now, in my DigiPen class, and again, it's not the real thing, it's like a subcollege for it, but in the class, we were watching a video of this woman named Jane McGonigal. I'm surprised I remembered her last name. I'll put the link to the video in the description, so if you're not convinced, go ahead and watch it. And she was saying, you know, like, video games actually help solve real world problems. Like, she's making one right now that has to do with, like, solving hunger and shit. And yeah, it's gonna be a video game. A video game that could help solve and end world hunger. Hopefully end it. But, anyways. Now, video games are most known for, or are most known to be good for you because of hand-eye coordination. Now, yes, I think this is a very, very great tool. I was the fastest typer in my computer class last year. I'm not anymore, because I'm not in that class anymore, so maybe it's someone better than me. But there's nothing else to blame than video games, is why I think I'm good at typing, why I type the fastest. I seriously think I was like 100 words per minute, I'm not joking, but anyways, that aside, or whatever. Anyways, so what situations do I think this would give, you know, what situations where video games can help? Well, again, better reflexes. What if you're like driving on the freeway, all of a sudden right in front of you, there's a car crash. You know, there's a car accident that's just about to happen. And because of your reflexes from playing video games, you can turn and avoid that. I know it sounds like a very unrealistic situation, it sounds pretty stupid, but hey, think about it, if it actually did happen. I'm sure you would have the reflex to do so. So, there's something else too. I'm trying to remember what it was. Well, you can get work done faster. You know, like if you have to type a document or something for your work, there you go. You're just typing away. You know, you can type faster, get your work done sooner. That's pretty cool. Also, some games can be even educational. I'm not joking. Now, let's take a look at a game like Lolo. I know it's Eggerland, but I still call it Lolo by its US name. But Lolo, it teaches you like problem solving skills. Like, you know, like, okay, how am I going to get past this level? You know, it's, you know, a lot of games are like RPGs. They, you know, strategy games. They call them strategy for a reason. You have to develop the strategy in order to get past a certain part of the game. That's pretty cool. I think that's pretty an awesome concept. The Mario Edutainment games that are actually not as bad as the AVGN or the Irate Gamer, or mostly the AVGN, made them out to be. Okay. So you can't, you know. So some parents, you know, they think, oh, video games are. My son's looking at a TV screen for like. Now here's something I don't get. Some parents don't let their kids play video games, but let them watch TV. So it's like, well, let them play video games now. It's the same exact thing, except they're interacting with it. Now, another thing that, now this is mostly for online games, not, you know, video games like console games. But these are like for internet games, though, for like games where you play with other people. That's also a good thing. It builds relationships. I mean, you know, you know, I remember when I used to play Left 4 Dead 2, I'm still waiting for my dad to send in my fucking video card. But anyways, when I used to play Left 4 Dead 2, I would always, I'd always add people, that I played with that were good, and I became really good friends with them. And I think only one person removed me out of the whole thing. Out of all, like, seriously, the thousands of people I've added, I think, only one person removed me, and that was it. So, I mean, that's a plus right there. Why do I think, so, I mean, like, see, online games like that are perfect for kids who are antisocial in real life, such as myself. And I have my reasons. I already talked about that. That's a thing I don't really want to go back to. It was pretty hurtful. But if you scroll through my earlier videos, you'll find out why. And I mean earlier videos, like, talked probably like a couple of years ago. Or maybe last year. Anyways. So yeah, I think video games are good for you. I think, now, yeah, there are some aspects that, can be bad. Like, yeah, okay, you're looking at a monitor, and if you do it too long, I know it can cause a brain clot, which could, or a blood clot in your brain or something like that. That can kill you. There was a kid, I read it recently, not too recently, but recently, probably last month, about a kid who died because he was playing video games for, like, I think it was seriously like 2 days straight, without taking a single break, not going to the bathroom, not getting out to get something to eat. He just sat there for 2 days straight, literally 48 hours, and then he died because of that. So yeah, that is one thing. So I know it's gonna sound weird and or funny, but in my eyes, playing video games is kind of like going to the bar and drinking beer. You got to be responsible about it. Same with Grand Theft Auto. You got to be responsible. You got to understand what you're killing in that game cannot be done in real life. And that you could just get out of jail for free. Some people don't realize that. Some game, I've heard that California's trying to pass a law, and I think it did pass. I don't remember, but my school or one of my classes in school was talking about it, where California's trying to ban violent video games, my dad was even telling me how they tried to ban Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but they couldn't because the First Amendment said, freedom of speech. So there you go. Now I don't have much hope for the Constitution. I don't really care about it anymore because, before you send me your hate mail, let me tell you why. Because it doesn't sound like the Constitution's going to stick around much longer. Sounds like the government's just, they're going, what Constitution? So, I don't think that's going to get a lot of, I don't think that's going to turn out well. But, then I heard about them trying to ban violent video games for minors. And with that, I don't have to worry about buying video games that have a certain rating anymore because I'm 17. I'm old enough to play the maturity games. Now, I know it's different in other countries, but the U.S. we have what's called the ESRB, for those of you foreigners, and the Entertainment Software Rating Board, I think is what it stands for. But yeah, they give ratings, and I know in like other countries it just says the age number, like 17 or something. And actually, back in the early 90s, and before then, there weren't rating systems. I believe the game Night Trap literally created the ESRB because that game spread a lot of controversy, and it created that. Because a group of people were saying, okay, well, we gotta tell kids whether these games are violent or and I don't know why Nintendo was talking about Sega be like, oh, we don't want this game on our console. It's it's disgusting. It's I actually watched the interview with the actors Night Trap, the girls, by the way, and they were just laughing about it. They liked doing the game, and so Nintendo went a little overreactive. Actually, they went way overreactive. They said you were trying to kill women, and that's not true. Killing girls in that game actually makes you lose the game. You're supposed to kill these vampires, or these sub-vampires called augurs. Now, I don't actually have the game, and I've never played it, but I've seen it, and I am hoping to get a copy of the real game someday, whether it's Sega CD, 30O, PC, Game Boy Advance. Okay, I'm just kidding, it's not a Game Boy Advance. Yes, Nintendo was talking about how bad it is, that they'll never put it on their console, but anyways. So, yeah, as long as you play a game responsibly, that's fine. I mean, I remember when I used to be like extremely fucking pissed, I would, turn on Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I just kill a bunch of people and, steal cars, run over people. Now, I would never do that in real life. I know the consequences. I know I would go to jail for life. I'd probably even get a death sentence. I don't know if that's legal in Washington or not, but I'd still be in serious trouble. So I'm seriously trying to stay out of jail. So I would never actually, kill people with guns or whatever. I never, run them over. I drive, so I mean, I actually try to avoid people on the road, and, so that's all I have to say about that. So, like I said, it's kind of like drinking alcohol. You got to be responsible. You drink too much, you get drunk, and and that kind of works in video games too. Like Grand Theft Auto, if you play that a little too much, it might get to your head, and you might actually do something crazy. So, just you got to be responsible about that. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I just thought I'd get my word out, tell you guys what I think, how video games impact me. And you guys probably expect me to say this because I am a gamer, but you're probably expecting me to say some bad aspects too. That's why I made this video. 'Cause personally, I am for video games. I don't think they're bad for you. I believe there's more positive things about video games than there are negatives. I'll say that. There was actually a friend of mine. This was like a long time ago, but he had an N64 and stuff. His parents, they were taking a class, and they were teaching about how bad video games are for your children. So they took his N64, they sold it, and yeah, I think he still has a couple of his games, but that's it. And I think he did get another 64 eventually after that, but I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a long time. So, so when I have kids, I'm going to make them play video games, okay? Screw doing chores. My house is going to get really fucking messy. I've got my kids playing video games. They're going to be fucking like eating pizza, like throwing the fucking crusts on the floor, and okay, it's not going to be that bad, but I will give my kids full permission to play video games. And I'm not going to say no to any of them. Doesn't matter if they're going to play fucking Barbie on the Game Gear or whatever, or if they're going to play fucking Grand Theft Auto 1 million, where it's got, where it's actually got like virtual reality. You can actually put these goggles on, you actually go in the game, you have like its virtual gun or whatever you shoot. It's like, oh, that girl, she dumped me in my car, she didn't have sex with me. So, I'm going to let my kids fucking do whatever they want on video games, as long as they're responsible about it. That is the catch. So, yeah, if possible though, I'm going to try getting them into the retro games, because we all know retro is where it's at. Call of Duty Black Ops, man, fuck that shit. You know what? This gun is more powerful than any gun that's in Black Ops. Oh, trust me. Have you guys noticed it actually kind of looks like a Luger pistol from Germany a little bit? Well, this thing actually is not called the Zapper, it's called the gun. Because, this thing doesn't even work on my TV all that well. I heard it's because, it's a newer TV and shit. I did see the gray one at a thrift store. I was going to get it, and then I didn't. Although, you gotta be careful with these things, because they can be used for suicidal tools, like tie them around yourself. But I'm not going to do that. But anyways, you get the point. So that's my take on video games, whether they're bad or good for you. 90% I think they're good. 10% I think they can be bad. But that's all. So if you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section below. And I will get to you guys soon, as I always do. And thank you for watching. Peace out. And if you guys want to leave your video responses about what you think about video games that are impact, if you think they're good or bad for you, hey, I will accept your video response. So thanks for watching, and peace out.